Welcome to your meditation today. Today we're going to work with a quote that I heard in a class I recently took with a mentor of mine. And I really love this quote. It really resonated, especially this time of year. So let's go ahead and get started. Take a seat, whatever that looks like for you for your meditation, whether it be a chair, sitting on a cushion or on your mat. Maybe you're even up against a wall, or perhaps you're even lying down. But let yourself be comfortable. And as you settle into this seat, take a moment to just become aware of all those contact points of your body that are resting in that solid surface beneath you. Feel into those points of contact as you take a deep inhale and exhale down through whatever part of you is connected. Do 2 more breaths like that, and with each exhale, letting go of everything in your day up to this moment. And then as you settle into this present moment, bring your awareness to your breath and how the breath flows into your body and flows back out of your body. In constant reciprocity with the outside world. And as your body begins to settle, perhaps your mind can begin to settle and come into this moment as we ponder this quote. Life is a garden, not a road. We enter and exit through the same gate. Where we go matters less than what we notice. So take a moment to inhale and exhale and notice your breath. And I'll read that again. Life is a garden, not a road. We enter and exit through the same gate. Where we go matters less than what we notice. So take a moment in this present moment to just notice, what do you feel in your body in this moment? Where do you feel open? Where do you feel relaxed? Where do you feel soft? Where do you feel calm or peaceful? Where do you feel the opposite of those things? Where do you feel joy or happiness? Where do you feel sadness or anxious? What parts of your body do you feel these emotions that you may be feeling in this present moment? And then take a moment to begin to notice what you hear. Perhaps you hear the birds in the background of this meditation as I'm recording outdoors. What does silence sound like? What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you feel on your skin? What does your breath feel like as it enters and exits your body? Notice everything that you can notice in this present moment. And then let's take a moment to come into our mind's eye, our imagination. And let's begin to imagine that garden. I'm going to read that quote for you one more time. Life is a garden, not a road. We enter and exit through the same gate. Where we go matters less than what we notice. So begin to create this garden of your life in your mind's eye. And it might be a vision of your own garden that already exists. Or it might be a garden that you saw somewhere that was beautiful, that really stuck in your memory. Or maybe it's something completely new of a creation in your mind in this moment. Take a moment to really see it with all the colors, the fragrances of whatever might be growing there, flowers or herbs, the smell of moist earth. Take a moment to hear. Is there birds or insects that you can hear? Can you touch the different textures of whatever is growing in your garden? Really completely see this in your mind's eye. And then we're going to imagine different parts of this garden to represent different parts of your life. Perhaps there's a special section where your work, your career exists. What does this part of the garden look like? Is it overgrown and taking up more space than any other part of the garden? Is it balanced, proportional? Do you like what you see in this part of the garden? Take a few moments to just imagine it. And then let's move on to the section of the garden that represents your life purpose. Is it right next to your work and career? Or is it a tiny portion in the back corner? Is there anything in this part of the garden that you recognize, that you've purposely planted? Or are there things randomly growing on their own, drawing you to them? Let's move to the portion of your garden that represents your relationships, your family, your friends, your interrelationships with others. What does this part of the garden look like? What is growing here? Are there some plants that maybe don't belong in this part of the garden, that are not allowing some of the other plants to grow and flourish? Is it beautiful and abundant? How do you feel when you look at this part of your garden? And then let's look at the part of your garden that represents your emotions. Is it overgrown? Is it too full? Does it need some cutting back and releasing? Is it a part of your garden that you ever look at? Or do you try to hide it in the back corner? Are the plants growing here healthy? And then let's move to that part of your garden that represents your wellness, your self-care, your rest. What does this garden look like? Is it in proportion with the other parts of your garden? Is there anything growing here? Is it a very tiny plot, or is it big and balanced? Does it make you feel welcome? Or is it neglected? Is it abundant? Or is it sparse? And now let's step back and take a look at the garden as a whole as you wander through this beautiful garden. Is there an empty plot? Or is there a plot for wonder, curiosity, and learning? Is there something you could nurture, that you could plant, that you could grow, create in this empty plot, or add to your plot of wonder, curiosity, and learning? What do you notice in this garden as a whole? What areas could use your attention? What areas are calling you to just sit and notice? Where do some plants need to be weeded or planted? Life is a garden, not a road. We enter and exit through the same gate. Where we go matters less than what we notice. Begin to bring your mind's eye back to your present space where you are sitting in stillness. And with eyes closed, begin to see this space in which you are sitting. And then with eyes cast towards the floor, towards the earth, gently begin to flutter your eyes open with a soft gaze. And bring yourself back to this moment in this space. As you bring your hands to your heart center, and give gratitude for this garden of your life. Namaste, and have an amazing day.